Hello, and welcome to another powerful and encouraging episode here at Podcast English Story. I'm so happy you're here with me today. Let me ask you a simple question. Have you ever felt like you're not good enough? Maybe in your English, or maybe in life. You listen to others speak fluently. You see people learning fast, moving forward, sounding confident. And then you look at yourself and feel small. You start to think, why am I still so slow? Why can't I speak like that? Maybe I'm just not good at this. If you've ever had these thoughts, I want you to know you're not alone. Many English learners just like you feel this way. But that doesn't mean it's true. In this episode, we're going to talk about why you're better than you think. Yes, you. We'll explore the quiet progress you've made, the mistakes that actually show growth, and how to stop comparing yourself to others and start believing in your own journey. Because English is not just about speaking perfectly, it's about growing step by step and learning to trust yourself. So sit back, relax, or take a walk, and let's grow together. You're doing better than you think. Let's begin. Let's talk about a feeling that many English learners experience, but rarely speak about. It's quiet. It hides beneath the surface. But it's powerful. It's the feeling that maybe you are not good enough, not smart enough, not fast enough, not confident enough, not as good as everyone else around you. Have you ever felt that way? You open your book, you start to study, you try hard, you listen to podcasts, you write in your notebook, you even speak a few sentences aloud. You feel proud for a moment. But then it happens you watch a YouTube video and someone is speaking English so quickly, so clearly. Or your friend posts a video speaking fluently, confidently, using big words, and suddenly all of your progress feels small. You start to think, why can't I do that? Why does it take me so long to improve? Maybe I'm just not good at this. This quiet voice enters your mind. It doesn't shout, it whispers. And if you listen to it too often, it grows. That voice tells you, you're too slow. You always forget. You make too many mistakes. Others are doing better than you. You'll never sound like a native speaker. And little by little, it steals your energy. It makes you feel small. It makes you stop believing in your ability. It makes you think that maybe English is only for the talented ones, not for you. But here's the truth. That feeling, the one that tells you you're not good enough, is a lie. It's a thought, not a fact. And once you see that, you can begin to feel free. Why do we feel this way? It often begins with comparison. You see someone doing well, and your brain quickly says, they're better than me. It's automatic. But if it happens often, it becomes a habit. And habits become beliefs. Here's something important. Comparison is a thief. It doesn't help you grow. It takes away your joy and your focus. You are not behind. You are not less. You are simply on your own path. Let's imagine two students. Student A has studied English for 3 years with a teacher. Student B started 6 months ago and studies alone. If Student B compares themselves to Student A, they might feel bad. But that's not fair. They're at different stages. It's like comparing Chapter 3 to Chapter 20. You are not a tree yet, but you are a seed, and you are growing every day. Another reason we feel not good enough: perfectionism. Many learners think they must speak perfectly, no grammar mistakes, no accent, no hesitation. But that's not what fluency means. Fluency means ease, not perfection. Native speakers make mistakes too. They forget words, they pause, they repeat. English is not about perfect words. It's about connection. It's about sharing ideas. And that means mistakes are not the enemy, they're part of the process. So speak now. Don't wait to feel ready. Just begin. Think about this. You don't learn to swim by standing on the shore. You learn by getting in the water. Let's talk about visibility. You see others on social media speaking fluently or traveling and using English, but what you don't see is their practice, their struggles, their mistakes. Meanwhile, your work is quiet. Maybe nobody sees you studying late at night. Nobody claps when you practice shadowing for 10 minutes. But that doesn't mean your work is worthless. Progress is often invisible. Like muscle growth at the gym, you don't see it right away, but it builds day by day. And let's not forget the way we talk to ourselves. Would you tell a friend, "You'll never be good at this"? Of course not. So why say that to yourself? Be your own supporter. Say, "I'm learning. I'm improving. I'm growing." Your words become your story. That voice in your head that says you'll never make it, meet it. Ask it, "Why are you here?" Often it's trying to protect you from failure, but it ends up protecting you from growth too. Say to that voice, "Thank you, but I'm okay. I'm not perfect, but I'm learning. I'm not like them, but I'm becoming me." You don't have to be anyone else. You just have to keep going, one small step at a time. Think back. When was the last time you felt proud in English? When you finished a podcast without subtitles? When you remembered a new word in a conversation? When you understood your favorite show in English? Those moments are not small. They are your milestones. Celebrate them. You are not behind. You are becoming. You are not slow. You are steady. You are not failing. You are learning. Keep going. You're doing better than you think. Let's take a breath. Let's slow down for a moment. You've just read about that quiet voice, the one that tells you you're not good enough. Now it's time to talk about what you can do with that voice. How do you stop believing it? How do you begin to feel confident again? Because you can. You can feel proud. You can trust your learning. And you can believe in yourself again, even if it's been a long time since you did. Let's begin with something very simple: awareness. The next time you hear that voice saying, "I'll never be fluent," pause. Don't fight it. Don't judge it. Just notice it. Think, there it is again. This is your first step to freedom awareness. You see, when we're unaware that voice controls us, it becomes our truth. But when we notice it, we create space. We realize this is just a thought, not a fact. And that space, even if it's small, is where your power begins. Next, try this. Name the voice. Give that negative voice a name. Call it doubt, or old habit, or Mr. I'm not enough. When it speaks up, say, "Oh, hello, doubt. I see you. But today I choose a different path." This sounds funny, but it works. When you name it, it becomes smaller. It's no longer you, it's just a visitor. And you can choose whether to let it stay or not. Now let's shift your focus. Instead of looking at what you're not doing, start noticing what you are doing. Ask yourself at the end of the day, what did I learn today? What word did I use? What moment made me proud? It could be something small. Maybe you said, "How are you?" to someone new. Maybe you understood a sentence in a movie without subtitles. Maybe you just didn't give up today. These things matter. They are your proof. They are your quiet, invisible victories. And here's something powerful: keep a success journal. Every evening, write down 3 things you did well in English that day. Not big things, small things I practiced for 5 minutes, even though I was tired. I read one paragraph without translating. I watched a video and understood the main idea. These small wins build a foundation. Over time, they turn into confidence. Why? Because confidence is not a sudden feeling, it's a pattern. It's built slowly and steadily, like a wall made of bricks. Another important shift is to stop asking, "Am I good enough?" and start asking, "Am I growing?" Because learning is not about perfection, it's about direction. Are you moving forward even just a little? Then yes, you are growing. That's what matters. Let's also talk about comparison detox. Just like your body feels better when you eat good food, your mind feels better when you give it good input. So here's a challenge. Take one day this week and don't check social media at all, or unfollow accounts that make you feel small. Instead, fill your mind with stories that inspire you, not discourage you. Watch English learners who are honest about their journey. Read comments from others who say, "I struggle too." You'll see you're not alone. Everyone is working through something, even the confident speaker you admire. They started at zero once just like you. Next, learn to redefine success. Most people think success is reaching a big goal, like speaking like a native or passing a test. But what if success was also showing up even when you feel discouraged? Speaking even when you're nervous? Trying again after making a mistake? That kind of success is even more important because it builds the person you become. Here's another practice. Talk to yourself like you would talk to a friend. If your friend said, "I'm bad at English," what would you say? Probably, "No, you're not. Look how far you've come. It's okay to make mistakes, just keep going. You're doing great." Now say that to yourself, out loud. It may feel strange at first, but with time, your brain will believe it. And when your brain believes something, your actions follow. Let's also remember, fluency is not a finish line. It's a lifestyle. Fluency is not a moment. It's not one day when you suddenly speak without errors and feel confident forever. No, fluency is a series of moments. It's when you speak even with a mistake. It's when you listen and understand 70%, not 100%. It's when you say, "Can you repeat that with confidence?" because you want to understand. Fluency is being brave, not perfect. One more powerful idea. You don't have to feel confident to act confident. This is called acting as if. You act as if you are a confident English speaker, even if you feel nervous. You smile. You try. You say hello. You speak up in class. And over time, your feelings catch up with your actions. It's like planting a seed and then watering it. The tree doesn't appear in one day, but the roots grow first. And confidence is like that, it grows from the inside out. Lastly, I want you to try this exercise. Record your voice once a week, just 1 minute. Talk about your day. Describe your room. Say how you feel. Anything. Then save the recordings. Don't listen right away. Wait 4 weeks. Then listen to your first recording and compare it to your newest one. You'll be amazed. You'll hear growth. You'll notice changes you didn't feel. You'll realize, wow, I really am improving. And that's the moment when something inside you shifts. You no longer say, "I'm not good enough." You say, "I'm growing." You no longer say, "I'll never be fluent." You say, "I'm on my way." You stop being afraid of your journey, and you start walking it with your head held high. So today, speak a little more boldly. Study with more love, not just pressure. Be patient. Be proud. Because the truth is, you are doing better than you think. And the person you are becoming, they are already inside you, one word, one sentence, one step at a time. Now that you understand why comparing yourself to others makes you feel small, and why those feelings are not the truth, let's shift the focus. Let's talk about what you can do instead. Because when you stop spending energy looking at others, you finally have energy to build yourself. This part is all about that. You don't need to be the best. You just need to be better than you were yesterday. So how do you do that? How do you stop comparing and start building real confidence? Let's take it step by step. 1. Focus on progress, not perfection. One of the biggest mistakes learners make is trying to be perfect. You want to speak without mistakes. You want to sound fluent immediately. You want to never forget vocabulary. But that's not how learning works. Learning is messy. You forget. You try. You fall. You learn. Instead of asking yourself, was I perfect today? Ask, did I try today? If the answer is yes, that's enough. Progress is not measured in perfection, it's measured in effort. Try this. At the end of each day, write down one small thing you did in English. Just one. It could be listening to 5 minutes of a podcast, reading a short article, practicing one sentence out loud. One thing each day. In 1 month, that's 30 steps forward. And that's real progress. 2. Celebrate small wins. Most learners ignore small victories. They wait for big wins, passing a test, finishing a course, getting a job. But confidence grows from small wins, not big ones. If you learned 5 new words this week, that's a win. If you spoke English for 1 minute without stopping, that's a win. If you didn't understand a video but kept watching, that's a win too. Celebrate that. Say it out loud, I did that. Reward yourself. Smile. Clap for yourself if you want to. Because the more you celebrate progress, the more you want to keep going. 3. Create a personal goal, not a comparison. Instead of saying, I want to speak like her, say, I want to speak more confidently than I did last month. Make it yours. Here's how: set a SMART goal. That means specific, I want to practice speaking about daily routines. Measurable, for 5 minutes each day. Achievable, I can do this before dinner. Relevant, it helps me in daily conversation. Time-bound, for the next 7 days. A clear personal goal gives you direction. You stop chasing someone else's success and start creating your own. 4. Track your journey. Have you ever looked back and thought, wow, I didn't realize how far I've come? That's why tracking helps. Keep a learning journal. Each day or week, write what you practiced, what you learned, what felt hard, what felt better. When you feel low, read it. You'll see your progress in your own words. And remember, slow progress is still progress. 5. Limit comparison triggers. Let's be honest, a lot of comparison starts online. You scroll, you see perfect videos, perfect English, perfect lives. It makes you feel like you're not enough. But you are enough. You just need a better environment. Try this: unfollow accounts that make you feel small. Follow those who inspire you and show real progress. Limit scrolling time. Set a timer for 10 minutes, then stop. Replace scrolling with studying or just resting. Protect your focus. Protect your joy. 6. Practice gratitude. When you focus on what others have, you forget what you already have. Gratitude brings you back. Each day, say or write 3 things you're grateful for in English. Like this: I'm thankful I have time to study. I'm grateful I found this podcast. I'm lucky to have a phone to learn from. You will feel richer, more peaceful, and more confident because gratitude reminds you you already have enough to begin. 7. Talk kindly to yourself. Think about the way you speak to yourself. Would you tell a child learning English, "You're so slow you'll never get it"? No. You'd say, "Keep going, you're doing great." So why not say the same to yourself? Try this instead. "I'm learning every day." Mistakes mean I'm trying. I may not be fast, but I'm moving. The words you say to yourself matter. They create the story you believe. So write a new story, one where you're proud of your effort. 8. Find community or be your own. Learning is easier when you're not alone. Find someone to learn with: a friend, a classmate, an online group. Or simply join discussions on YouTube or podcasts like this one. If that's not possible, be your own cheerleader. Record your voice. Clap when you finish a lesson. Smile after each study session. You don't need a crowd to celebrate you. Your voice is enough. 9. Compare with your past self, not others. Instead of looking at others, look at your own history. Ask, what could I do 3 months ago? What can I do now? Maybe before you couldn't say your name confidently. Now you can have a short conversation. That's real growth. Measure your progress by your own timeline, not someone else's. 10. Turn comparison into inspiration. If you do see someone better than you, don't let it crush you. Let it guide you. Ask, what can I learn from them? What did they do that helped them grow? Can I try one thing they do? Turn jealousy into curiosity. Let others remind you what's possible, not what's missing. These steps may seem small, but small steps taken consistently change everything. You don't have to rush. You don't have to be the best. You just have to keep going. One podcast, one paragraph, one new word. That's how you build confidence. Not by being perfect, but by showing up. Every single day. You've already taken a step today by listening, by reading, by caring enough to grow. And that matters. Keep going. Keep believing. You're doing better than you think. Let's be honest. Starting is easier than continuing. Motivation is high at the beginning. When the idea is fresh, the goal is new, and you feel inspired. But what happens after a few days or a few weeks? Real growth doesn't come from short bursts. It comes from consistency. And that's what this section is about: how to stay consistent, even when you feel tired, stuck, or unmotivated. So let's dive in. Build a routine that fits your life. Many learners try to follow other people's schedules. Wake up at 5 a.m., study for 2 hours, review grammar rules every night. But the best routine is the one that fits your life. Ask yourself, when do I have the most energy? How much time can I truly give each day? What method helps me learn best? Start small. Maybe it's 10 minutes after breakfast, or while waiting for the bus. Maybe it's listening to a podcast while walking. Once it fits your life, it becomes a habit. Use the 2-minute rule. This is simple but powerful. If a task feels too big, start with just 2 minutes. Tell yourself, I'll listen to English for just 2 minutes. I'll review my notes for 2 minutes. Often starting is the hardest part. But once you begin, 2 minutes becomes 5, then 10, then more. This trick helps you start, and starting is everything. Make learning fun. Let's face it, if it's boring, you'll quit. So make learning enjoyable. Try this: watch funny videos with subtitles. Read comics or short stories you like. Listen to songs and learn the lyrics. You don't have to study the same way every day. Variety keeps your mind engaged and makes practice feel like play. Connect English to real-life learning becomes easier when it's useful. So use English in your daily life. Here's how write your shopping list in English. Talk to yourself about your day in English. Label items in your house with sticky notes. This makes English feel real, not just something you study. Track your streak, have a calendar. Mark a big X on every day you practice. That's your streak. The more X's you see, the more you want to keep going. It's a visual reminder of your effort. And if you miss a day, that's okay. Start again. Progress is not lost. You're still moving. Forgive yourself for bad days. Not every day will be perfect. Some days you'll feel tired, sad, or distracted. That's okay. Don't say I failed. Say today was hard. I'll try again tomorrow. Being kind to yourself keeps you consistent. Being mean to yourself makes you want to quit. Use triggers and reminders. A trigger is something that reminds you to take action. Examples. After you brush your teeth, listen to 5 minutes of a podcast. After lunch, write one English sentence. Connect your learning to habits you already have. This makes it automatic. Keep your materials ready, remove friction. If you have to search for your notebook or open 10 tabs, you'll skip it. So keep your notes in one place. Save your favorite podcast link. Have your flashcards nearby. Make starting easy so you don't have an excuse to delay. Don't wait for motivation. Here's a truth. Motivation is not reliable. Some days you have it, some days you don't. But consistency doesn't wait for motivation. It waits for systems. Build a system. Every day after breakfast, I'll study for 10 minutes. Every Tuesday, I'll watch one English video. A system works even when motivation disappears. Reflect often every week. Ask yourself, what did I do well? What felt hard? What will I try next week? Reflection gives you control. It helps you adjust your learning. And it reminds you, you're still here, still growing. Remember, consistency doesn't mean perfection. It means showing up again and again, even in small ways. So show up today, even if just for a few minutes. You're not trying to be perfect, you're trying to be present, and that every single day is how progress happens.